with video proving exactly how our forces hunted down the terrorists hundreds of kilometers into Pakistani soil at the crack of dawn with the surgical strikes. All those who dismissed it, when DGMO Lieutenant General Ranbir Singh said during these counter-terrorist operations, significant casualties were caused to terrorists and those providing support to them. Today, I feel all those people should be thanking the soldiers and should be saying that we lied. And ladies and gentlemen, what is proven today is what I had spoken to one of Indian Army's most fantastic officers. His name is Lieutenant General D.S. Hooda. General Hooda headed the Northern Command, and he's on live with us right now. And it's incredible today that this evening we have the pleasure to bring to you first the footage of the surgical strikes against the terrorist camps in Pakistan. And on the other side, I have General Hooda. General Hooda, you've seen this footage. Probably you are among the very few people in this country who have seen this footage. And probably you were seeing this footage when the operation was happening. You remember exactly what happened that morning. And so today, if you can please, General Hooda, I remember when I spoke to you, you said the last soldier came in at 7 o'clock in the morning and then I made the call to Delhi. And I asked you, where was the Prime Minister? You said Prime Minister was monitoring this throughout. And I asked you, did the Prime Minister monitor this throughout? He said the Prime Minister was in a control room in Delhi. You were in your base. And when I asked you, did the Prime Minister and you watch this footage live, you didn't tell me, but you told me that you waited for 7 o'clock in the morning and then you made the phone call to Delhi. So today we are seeing this footage. Can you tell our viewers what this footage really is showing today as we run the pictures? It will be a delight to hear from you one-on-one, sir. Please go ahead. General Hooda.
Okay, Arnab, I saw about the initial 10 minutes of the footage that you showed because I was traveling somewhere.
Yeah.
What it showed, the one that you are seeing from the camera,
yes,
and not the UAV one.
Yes.
Actually, we had people who had been inserted, a little earlier,
yes,
in the day.
Yeah.
And that was the surveillance team, which was looking. It scoped out the whole area. It scoped out the whole target.
Yeah.
And we had complete information about who all are there, and that's what you see. Those people next to the barrack, which you showed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then at night, the main team went in, and what you are showing in the UAV footage, at night they went in. So we had actually people.
So when I'm seeing this footage, when I'm seeing this footage, what I'm amazed by is that his whole thing is being shot so well. It's almost as if those who are carrying out the attack are carrying these cameras on their mounted guns, and you have UAVs also. So you had UAVs across the territory, and you were also shooting it as the operation was progressing. Did you have live footage coming in from the UAVs? The footage we are seeing right now, you actually had it live at that time as well?
That's right. Arnab, I remember you asking me this question.
Yes.
When we did the interview, and you said, how did you get the footage? And I said, I can't tell you how we got it, but we were watching it live.
Yeah.
So now that you have it, yes, we had UAVs up in the air, and we were watching it live.
So incredible here, General Hooda. These strikes happen, and I remember you told me that you called the boys over for a chat the day or two later, and you all spoke about it. And I said, what happened? And you said, good job done, and something as typically military as that, making it seem so easy. Fact of the matter is, for the last 2 years, General Hooda, I'm glad to see you smile today. First of all, General Hooda, I hope you vouch for the authenticity of the footage we are carrying on Republic.
It is, Arnab, it's the footage I saw the next day.
Yeah.
And it's exactly the same footage. So, there is no doubt about the authenticity.
Yeah. So Gaurav, we have it from the man himself, right? Gaurav is smiling on the other side. We have it from the man himself authenticating the footage. Gaurav, कुछ कहेंगे आप?
General Hooda says it is authentic.
जी बोलिए Gaurav. What are you saying, General Hooda?
Absolutely, Arnab. Arnab, I'm saying if General Hooda has said it, he was the person in charge of the strikes. General Hooda ne bol diya, this is 24 carat.
Fantastic, that's breaking news here also.
Who doubts it is not
That's
right
also breaking news. The general who headed the Northern Command and the man who led the entire operation during the strikes, GJ, GJ, we have the authentication of the video from the man himself because he's seen it a zillion times over. Zillion. And this footage must be seen by very few people. Tell me, General Hooda.
Arnab,
Arnab, GJ.
I must admit here that this has come from the man who directly supervised this operation.
Correct.
And secondly, I would like to say that vision is more convincing than hearing. Now you have shown us both the vision, which is from where we get the direct perception as to what happened, and we are also hearing from the very same general who coordinated, who directed this particular operation.
Correct.
I think there is no doubt left in the mind of any citizen of this country that this operation took place in truth and in reality, on ground. And it, as I said earlier, it shatters the those who were in the denial mode all along. I think this is something which sets apart, aside from the rest.
Let's see the pictures again. It's beautiful pictures, viewers. Beautiful pictures. In case you are in, let's run the pictures full frame for a while. Full frame. Let me play the raw pictures, the raw video for a while, viewers. In case you're joining us on this breaking news broadcast, what a fantastic evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this broadcast. It's my proud privilege to be bringing to you on Republic TV 7 minutes past 8 today the video which proves exactly how our forces hunted down the terrorists. This video shows that all those who question the surgical strikes are a bunch of liars. Today, each and every of those pseudo-intellectuals today who pontificated, Abhishek, about how our army and our chiefs speak too much. I want to ask today, Ramachandra Guha, who knows nothing about the army and no D about defense, whether he still says that the Indian Army chiefs speak too much. Should they not today? And should they acknowledge, Abhishek, that the Army Chief General Rawat was absolutely right when he said the surgical strikes were a message we wanted to communicate. And he also said, Abhishek, we can conduct such operations again. Yes, Abhishek.
Well, I have been given a lot of information about this, Arnab. In fact, preparation was going on for these kind of operations by special forces, para units in Kashmir for a while, and the Indian Army was preparing with full gusto to be ready if the political establishment so chooses. And post-Uri, it was also in some measure, Arnab, the courage of the political establishment that got reflected in this massive exercise that was carried out, and the proof of which we are showing to the world for the first time. And the consequences are there for the entire political opposition because they have been making it an issue, in turn demoralizing our forces by questioning the authenticity of the surgical strikes. And see if in these pictures, you see Pakistani soldiers at these launch pads, along with terrorists, perhaps carrying out training activity and preparing them to push them into India. And that's when this strike happens. Nothing could have been in more black and white than this. And now it's for the opposition to answer whether they were playing politics with the morale of our forces.
Absolutely. They were playing politics continuously. In fact, after the surgical strikes, politics बढ़ गई थी. आपको पता होगा, आज हमारे पास कई सारे लोग हैं प्रोग्राम पर, गौरव आर्या. हमारे पास ऐसे भी लोग हैं, कई एंटी नेशनल टाइप लोग हैं, और मैं इधर ऑन एयर कह रहा हूं कि जनरल हुडा हमारे साथ है. जनरल हुडा was the man who led the surgical strikes. He has authenticated the video. That is a big news by itself out here. So Abhishek, today, you know, this story is going viral out here, but I think the political impact of this story will also not be lost, Abhishek. This is Gaurav, ये इस पे बहुत बड़ा डिबेट हुआ है, हो रहा है, और मैं कह रहा हूं होना चाहिए आज देश भर में हो जाए कि रिपब्लिक टीवी ने सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक्स के वीडियो को ऑन एयर कर दिया है, जनरल हुडा ने वीडियो को ऑथेंटिकेट कर दिया है. What more proof is required for the Tukre gang, Gaurav?
Arnab, I want to say something.
Yes.
I was very disappointed when these people, you know, they were questioning the surgical strike and the intent of the Indian Army. Whatever their politics may have been, that's their business. I'm a soldier. I met an officer who was part of the surgical strikes.
Correct.
He did not say anything. He was absolutely quiet. But I could sense the pain in his eyes.
Correct.
When he heard about this, and he would have been thinking, what a bunch of ungrateful people we have in this country.
Absolutely.
What a bunch of ungrateful people.
Yeah. Well, General Hooda, no, he let him stay. General Hooda will stay with us. General Hooda, no, that's all right. That's all right. General Hooda, let's play this. General Hooda, every day you've lived with this for 2 years now.
Yeah.
You must be feeling at least today a sense, I mean, I know you can't release footage, you're not a media person, but today across the country, what you had led and what your boys had, the tremendous victory they had in the surgical strikes is there for all of India to see. Isn't it important that people see this? That people talk about this? That viewers have a discussion on it and that we celebrate this moment?
No, Arnab, I completely agree because, let me tell you, the senior, junior leadership of the Indian Army doesn't lie. When it is said that surgical strike has taken place, you can be dead sure it's taken place. And so, when doubts were expressed, obviously there was, let me use a mild word, there was a bit of disappointment.
Yeah.
And I myself have, sort of firmly held this view that we should release the footage, and I'm extremely glad that somehow you've got your hands on it and you've released it because it'll put many doubters to rest.
Yeah.